Hello, I'm Kay. If you've not been here before, welcome to my channel. I review art books, and today I'm going to review a book called Ink and Wash Florals by Camilla Dambo Brix. So let's crack on and take a look inside. The book contains 143 pages. It's a paperback, and like a lot of modern art books, they seem to be getting smaller. So this one is 7.5 by 9 inches. Camilla Dambo Brix lives with her family in Denmark and has been painting in watercolour since 2016. She's written 2 books, this one and another called Ink and Wash in the Garden. The book is divided into 4 parts. The first part covers the fundamentals of watercolour and ink. Part 2, there are 17 different flower projects in watercolour and ink. I will review the first one in depth for you, but after that I'll just set the others to music. In part 3, there are 5 projects where you put lots of different flowers together in a single composition. Again, I'll review the first one for you and then put the other 4 to music. And in part 4, where to go from here, Camilla gives you some advice about sharing your work, making art a habit, and so on. We have a welcome introduction from Camilla, where she tells us how she became interested in the ink and wash, or also known as line and wash technique. Which brings us to the largest section in the book, Part 1, Fundamentals of Watercolour and Ink. And as mentioned in the introduction, Camilla tells us that you're going to learn 2 techniques in this book: how to draw in fine liners and how to use a pop of watercolour to make your sketches glow with vibrancy. Gosh, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Here Camilla talks about her preferred supplies: fine liners, brushes and paint. And on the page that covers paint, Camilla lists the colours she's used in the book, and she's also made alternative colour suggestions, which is really helpful, because if you haven't got the colours, the exact same colours that Camilla has, you've probably got one of the alternatives she's listed. In the end, I don't think it matters, does it? I think it's personal choice. On these pages, Camilla discusses paper, other things that you'll need to have close by, such as cloth, water, palettes, etc. And she talks a little bit about choosing colours and practical colour mixing. These 2 pages mainly cover planning for success, and Camilla gives you some very useful tips for sketching. If you're not very confident about your sketching skills, Camilla suggests practicing first using a pencil, going over with fine liner, which is permanent, and then you can erase the pencil. She's also talked about 2 different techniques. So sketching the flowers with fine liner first, which will give you a more controlled look, or if you'd like a looser look, you can paint the flowers first with watercolour and then add your fine lines afterwards. It's entirely up to you. There's no right and wrong. It's just practice and whatever style of preference you have. We're now coming to the most exciting part of the book. First of all, Camilla covers basic inking techniques, and I love this statement here: perfect imperfections. And she goes on to talk about, does size matter? She's talking about the thickness of the line and the consistency of a line. If you've got a solid, steady line where the thickness and the variation, the pressure doesn't change, it can be a little bit boring. These 2 pages cover the basic watercolour techniques Camilla has used in the book. I don't know about you, but these 2 pages have really sort of made me want to get started. Here Camilla gives us some really useful tips about how to sketch flowers from life. Sketching leaves and shading techniques. And now we come to part 2. This is the largest section in the book, where there are 17 flowers in watercolour and ink projects for you to follow. They're step by step and quite detailed, so I'll do an in-depth review of the first one, and then I'll set the other 16 to music for you, so you're not having to listen to me repeat myself. So really looking forward to this, so let's crack on with it. So the first project, we begin with a daisy. Who doesn't love a daisy? All the projects follow the same format. We have a large, beautiful picture image of the project that we're going to be working on. Camilla gives us a little introduction as to why she chose that particular flower and a little bit about the flower. Then she lists the materials, the colour or colours she's used, and step 1, starting with a basic sketch, a simple sketch to get us going. And then we follow the steps 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on until we come to the final step, and all the steps, illustrated steps, are accompanied by instructions. I'm not too sure why, for example, the paragraph step 2 is not directly underneath the image of step 2. I'm not quite sure why the publisher has laid the book out like this, but nonetheless it's easy to follow. So let's take a look at the remaining 16 projects together while we listen to some beautiful music. I'll join you at the end. So now you've completed the individual flower projects in the book, you're well equipped to start creating floral compositions, and this is what Camilla will be showing us in this section. There's some really helpful information here, all about varying the angle of flowers, embracing the flower in all the stages of life, and odd numbers, and making a floral dance. So this brings us to our first composite project, red and white tulips in a glass vase. Again, we have an introduction from Camilla. She lists the materials we need, the colours of paint we need, and she's also very helpfully showed us, illustrated how she's mixed her colours and the proportions of paint you need. We now come to part 4, the final chapter in the book, where to go from here. And Camilla says, hopefully by now, you're really excited about drawing and painting flowers in watercolour and ink. In the description below, I've put links to Camilla's website, her online teaching school, where you can find lots more tutorials, her YouTube channel, Instagram account and Pinterest account. If you'd like to buy Camilla's book, I've put some links below to where you can purchase it on Amazon. I hope you found my review helpful. If you did, please give this video a like. It helps YouTube promote my channel to other people who are interested in art books. I try and post a new art book review every single week, so if you'd like to see more reviews from me, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And if you found this review helpful, please leave me a comment below. I do reply to all comments. And if there's an art book that you'd like to see, let me know and I will do my best to review it for you. So thank you for watching, and until next time, happy painting.